Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're heading back to Richmond, Indiana to check out the Kmart that has the Kmart Express gas station, which I've actually never been to one of those before this video. So I was really excited to see that, and I was actually in Richmond maybe a month or so ago to do the video of the Richmond Mall, but I didn't have time to go to the Kmart. So join me as we go check out the Kmart with the Kmart Express gas station in Richmond, Indiana. So here we are in Richmond, Indiana on a beautiful sunny 75-degree day. Actually, it was cold, it was raining, there was a thunderstorm. It was horrible weather, but the store made up for the trip. It was actually a really fun trip. And when I went into the store, I was actually really impressed. I will say overall this store is really nice. It was probably in the top 5 Kmarts that I've ever been to. It was clean, it was well stocked, it just looked really good, so that was a nice surprise. There weren't a lot of customers. This actually was on a Saturday afternoon, so that was a little concerning, but at least the store looked nice. So here's the Layaway. It looked like it was in really good shape. It was clean back there. No customers, unfortunately, but it was really nice back there. And the one thing I wanted to really check out was the garden area. Now, I always like to go outside into the garden. Obviously, today probably wouldn't have with the rain, but I always like to go out to the garden center and look at their plants and see how that's doing and just go out and look around. And they didn't have any of that. I don't know if they just don't do the outdoor center anymore. It was all blocked off. And they just moved everything into this area, which this is actually where the electronics was originally, I guess. And if you notice, what was kind of odd is some of their garden stuff was actually already on clearance, and this is actually recorded on March 9th 2019, so for the clearance to already be starting in March was a little odd. But I wanted to show this here. This is the blue light special of the day. This is Christmas stuff. Now again, this is in March. This stuff is still here in the store. That's a little odd. This should have been gone about 2 months ago. I don't know what they're doing. It wasn't even on clearance. This stuff was only 25 cents, but it was on sale. That stuff should have been like 10 cents months ago to get it out of the store. I don't know what's going on there. But here's the bedding and, appliances and all that. Now, I know I'm very critical sometimes when I go into a Kmart, but I think one of the biggest mistakes that Kmart made is to start selling appliances and beds, mattresses. I just don't understand it. Here's one of the sides of the one aisle of electronics that's left. This is it. This is the other side. So that one aisle, the 2 sides of that one aisle, that's it. There's no TVs. There's nothing anymore as far as electronics. I kind of think maybe there were some TVs on that back wall at one point, obviously, but there's nothing back there anymore. And again, here's some of the appliances that are on clearance, and they had tons of these freezers. But like I was saying though, JCPenney, they started selling appliances and they realized, you know what, this is not working, and they actually stopped. And I respect them more for pulling it all out and realizing their mistake. I really wish Kmart would just stop selling the mattresses, and it just doesn't look good. When you go back into the electronics department and it's full of these dirty mattresses, it just looks bad. So here's the furniture. The furniture actually was nice. I sat in that blue one, and I'm looking at new furniture right now. And if I live closer to the store, which I live about 2 hours away, if I live closer, I would have bought that blue recliner because it was comfortable and the prices were actually pretty good. Now, I will say about Kmart furniture, it's actually decent. I actually have a TV stand that I've had for probably about 7 years now, and it still is in perfect shape. I mean, Kmart furniture is actually really decent. I know somebody that has their recliner. I know somebody has a couch from there, and it's still in really good shape. So their furniture is actually really good at Kmart, I will say. Now here's the pharmacy. The pharmacy was still open and there were people using it. That's a good sign. Normally when a store is about to close, they usually get rid of the restaurant and the pharmacy. Now they don't have a restaurant here anymore, but the pharmacy is still there. You got to realize, pharmacists make, a lot of money, and those stores have to pay them. So if they still have the pharmacy open, that's a good sign. The checkout area was really clean. It was really nice. There were a lot of customers up there, and they had a really good area up there. It looked really good. And straight ahead, that's actually where the restaurant was. They've just blocked it off with a shelf or a merchandise. Now here's the restroom. I just wanted to get this because it is so nice. It was one of the nicest restrooms I've ever seen in a Kmart. Now here's the star of the show. This is actually the Kmart Express gas station. Now, like I said before, I've actually never been to one of these before because none of the Kmarts in my city or anywhere around me ever had one of these. So when I read about this, I knew that this was here years ago, but I never really came down there to check it out. But everything inside is still there. That was kind of weird. Even the cups for the slushy machine are still all there, and the inside actually looked like it just closed yesterday. I mean, they could really actually just reopen it if they want to, it looks like, because everything is still in there and the power is still on because the electronics were still flashing. Now I don't know if the restaurant in the store sold Nathan's. I don't know if that was a Nathan's hot dog or if it was a Little Caesars or what, because there's Nathan's hot dog advertisements out here. But I don't know. There was a Nathan's sign in the gas station, so I don't know if they sold Nathan's in the gas station or in the store. But this was really neat. I've never seen one of these before, and I don't know why it's still here. I mean, if they don't have any plans to reopen it as anything, I don't know why it's still there. I mean, they could easily just get rid of it. But that was the Kmart in Richmond, Indiana. I really liked it. It was really nice and really clean, and I'm really glad I got to go check it out. Now on my way home, I did want to give a quick update. This is actually the Kmart on the south side of Fort Wayne that I've been to a couple times to show. It is now officially a storage facility and a Planet Fitness, so it's actually looking really good. But that's it, and I hope everybody has a great day. I thank everybody for watching, and thank you again.